think I can never tell. My encoder goes live before YouTube goes live. There we go. It maybe, maybe not. I don't see myself yet. I think we're good. Okay, so I just posted on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter that we are live. This is very exciting. All right, so I am answering more of your questions today. I did a live broadcast. When did I do a live broadcast? 2 days ago on Tuesday. And there I answered your Disney questions. And today I have a few Disney follow-up questions and more just general life stuff, things you guys want to know about. So you've submitted questions to me through YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. And so I am going to go through all of those and answer your questions. And if you have anything that comes up that you're interested in, I'm going to scooch myself over here. There we go. There is a chat on I think your right side of my face, and you can go ahead and type a question in there and I will see it and I'll answer your question for you. So I'm going to go ahead and get my questions pulled up here. Still a few minutes ahead, but that's okay. I wanted to, the last broadcast was like an hour and 15 minutes or something. So I am going to try to keep this to a half hour. I'm making no promises. And it looks like there's a storm a brewing outside. So I might lose all of my light here and be forced to keep it to a half hour. So I don't know. Alrighty. So let me scroll in my phone. There we go. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to jump in. There is no semblance of order to this at all. I'm just kind of going through and just picking them out here. So this first one is actually from YouTube. It's the Mystic Soul 77. And she asks, could you please share your ratios for the Thieves Cleaner? This is a great question. The Thieves Cleaner is a Young Living cleaning product that I use to clean everything in my house. I use it to clean, like, seriously, I don't have any other cleaners right now besides baking soda or things that I mix with my Thieves cleaner to make it into different types of cleaning products. So it's a cleaner concentrate, and I don't have the bottle in here. I have it in my cleaning closet, but it's a 14.4-ounce bottle, and you use 1 ounce to a 32-ounce spray bottle of water. And that's a good amount for everyday multi-purpose cleaning, 1 ounce to 32 ounces. And the spray bottle I get from the Dollar Tree, it's plastic, it's nothing pretty or special. And I just fill it up with either tap water or distilled water, whatever I happen to have close by. And that's that. And I use that to clean my counters. I use that to clean like the bathroom sinks and the shower. I use it to clean that as well. And I use that on floors. For the more concentrated cleaner, I use 2 ounces in a 32-ounce spray bottle, and I use that to clean toilets, anything that's really grimy that I'm having a real hard time getting the sticky stuff off of. I use that. By the way, let me know if you can hear me in the little chat. Just want to make sure that my levels are good. I feel like I'm really, really dark because it's about to storm. So 2 ounces to a 32-ounce spray bottle of water is what I use for the real deep cleaning, hardcore stuff. And then for like my windows and my mirrors, or for dusting my furniture and that kind of stuff, I will literally take a 32-ounce spray bottle and I'll take my Thieves cleaner and just go bloop. I don't know how much that is. They say the ratio is like, it can be as small as 100 to 1, which is pretty awesome. It really stretches the Thieves cleaner for a really far amount of time, into the future. So I don't know what that is, maybe a quarter of an ounce to a 32-ounce spray bottle. And that works really well to clean windows, mirrors, and for dusting purposes. So I hope that answers your question. Thank you for that question. This question is from Jessica Ratliff, and she says, I just bought my new home. Any ideas on colors for my living room? Paint color, bottom of the wall is wood panel. Nice though. Without seeing your house, I don't know if I'm the best person at picking paint colors. One color that's been really kind of going around Pinterest is the combo kind of khaki and gray color. And I really like Chip and Joanna Gaines from, what is that show? Fixer Upper. There we go. I love, 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 love that show. And I don't have cable, so I can only watch the reruns, the ones that are available on Netflix. But oh my gosh, Joanna has the best style. And I see a lot of times she decorates kind of in a country chic kind of style, if I were to put a label on it. And I like her style because it's very bright and very fresh. And so that's the kind of stuff that I gravitate towards. You can't see behind me, but my wall is like a powder blue kind of color, and then the accents in here are white. And I really like the light colors because they're just nice and fresh and clean looking. So for you, I would take a look at Pinterest and just type in gray khaki paint color, and there's like the best paint color around. I don't know what it's called, but I've seen that kind of circulating Pinterest. And then maybe if you have wood paneling on the bottom, consider painting it white, kind of like Joanna does with her, what do they call it? Shiplap. I think that's what it is, like barn siding. I guess is how you say it. I don't know. She paints that white. It looks so nice. So that's my suggestion. A kind of khaki gray on top and a white wood paneling on the bottom. But I am in no way a decorator or anything like that. I just like Chip and Joanna. Okay, Emma Hansen says, do you work for Young Living? If not, how were you introduced to it and how has it changed your life and lifestyle? I've been using Young Living for years. I swear they are the best. I agree, Emma Hansen. I do not work for Young Living. I am a Young Living member. I'm a Young Living distributor member. I do have an oily family and that I support through Facebook and YouTube videos that are specifically for them, emails, messaging, all that kind of stuff. I was introduced to Young Living. My sister, who also runs our Healthy Essentials Oily Family group, she and I were introduced at the same time by a friend of ours who started Young Living as like a member, distributor member, probably maybe 4 years ago. And then, I mean, you can see my collection of oils behind me. There's a diffuser, one of them. I have another diffuser out there. I have like homemade products all over my house. Like here's my homemade lotion that I use. And it's I have more oil sitting right here. How about that? Here are a few more that I haven't put up there yet. So I use essential oils in many different ways all day long. I use them topically. I use, some of the Vitality line in cooking or whatever. And there's another question about that I'll read here in a minute. I use them in personal care products, in cleaning, all that kind of stuff. Yes, Eleni E. G's diffuser. That's that's the word. Yeah, that's what this is. It's a diffuser. Um, it's kind of like a, a humidifier that disperses essential oil scent into the room. So it's like a natural like air purifier, really. And I use it mostly when I'm teaching my music lessons or if I'm like doing some sort of exercise or like yoga or meditation. Um, if I'm trying to support my respiratory system or my immune system, whatever. There's so many different uses for it, and I love it, and I swear by it, and it's amazing. If you guys are interested, let me see if I can type in the chat. Yeah, I'm going to. Here's my website, tst.com/Annie's Simple Oils. I need to put an http:// oh, typing. There we go. All right, so that is my website. If you guys are interested in like learning more about essential oils, I'll put it in for those of you who are not watching live tomorrow or later tonight. I'll have it in the little comment section below this video so you guys can find that. That is my website, my be all end all. There's information on there. There's information on how you can get your own set of essential oils. I only use Young Living. I only trust Young Living. So the entire website is about Young Living. But so no, I don't work for them, but I am a Young Living member. I get my 24% discount and I use it all the time. Karen Robertson asks, where did you get the essential oil labels for the tops of the bottles? The back here, I don't know if you can see the white caps. They all have a little like a little label, little cap label on them. I get it right from Young Living. In the US, I know you're Canadian, Karen, but in the US, they're 3 USD. So I'm assuming, hopefully, they're available in Canada. I would imagine they would be. I don't know why they wouldn't. And they would be probably comparable to 3 USD. Eleni E says that color that's sometimes referred to as grayish. There we go. So yeah, that paint color, grayish. Look for a grayish color. That's like, I have my kind of office area, that color. It's a bear paint color, and I don't remember what the actual name of it is, but on Pinterest, look up grayish wall color, Greige. Okay, let's see. Looking ahead here. So Joanne Porter asks, I was wondering what essential oil you would recommend for adrenal fatigue. Unfortunately, I am not a doctor, nor am I a nurse, a healthcare practitioner of any kind. So I cannot diagnose, treat, or etc. anything with these essential oils. I can tell you that when I'm supporting healthy adrenal function, I like to use Endoflex. I like to use Energy. Those are both Young Living blends. Um, Besides those, really anything calming, like a lavender would be really good, or uplifting. So, like just smelling any of the citrus oils, I would imagine would be very, very helpful with that. Okay, Vicky Lacey says, do you have any good resources for eating gluten-free? Any favorite brands? So for those of you who don't know, I am gluten-free. I've been gluten-free since 2011. And my favorite brands. Okay, so for bread, I really like Canyon Bakehouse. That's the best bread that I have been able to find. Um, I find that at Whole Foods, they are starting, I think, to sell it at Target now too. Maybe the super Targets are starting to carry it. I like just the original, it's the red packaging. I really like, let's see, I guess for like your everyday kind of products, I really go to Trader Joe's a lot because I feel like their products are very well labeled and they're very economical. So they have a really good brown rice pasta that I really like. Their salsas and chips, the most of them that are gluten-free are labeled that way. Um, I trust their organic peanut butter. And their organic jelly. I like all their meats and vegetables, of course, and their dairy products. It can be a little daunting going gluten-free if you are not gluten-free yet. If you're thinking about it or you're like thinking you should be, um, the best advice that I have, and again, I'm not a nutritionist, registered dietitian, or anything, but I feel like the best way to go about it is to go on Pinterest or Google the term paleo. I feel personally that the best diet when starting to be gluten free is a paleo diet. Um, I I would add to that Weston A. Price, the way that the Weston A. Price folks eat, maybe minus the sourdough bread right off the bat. I don't think necessarily if you're allergic to dairy, you should, if you're not allergic to dairy, that you should be off of it. I don't think you should. And I know Weston A. Price folks feel the same. It's best to be, raw dairy or organic dairy or whatever, according to them. I don't disagree with that. Meat, vegetables, fruits, nuts. If you want to add in grains, the naturally gluten-free grains, quinoa, which is technically a seed, but that's okay. Um, you can make a lot of things with coconut flour. That is a grain-free flour. If you can tolerate coconut. My husband can't tolerate coconut, so we use rice flour, white rice flour. We had white rice for dinner. It was totally fine, So as far as brands go, Canyon Bakehouse and Udi's. That's a long way around it. But really take a look at the paleo diet as a good way to get started on being gluten-free healthily. Because the replacements for the gluten-containing products, just because they say gluten-free doesn't mean there's not a bunch of junk in them, doesn't mean they're not, you know, equally as bad for you. They're still going to spike your sugar. So if you go paleo, they generally are grain free, which means there's not a whole lot of prepackaged stuff that you're going to be eating. You do a lot of cooking from scratch. So that's a good way to kind of dive into it in a healthy fashion. Alrighty, let me see here. I'll go ahead and go to the chat. So, bum bum bum. Hello, Lydia. Thank you for watching. So Lydia asks, what oil, if any, do you use to mix your essential oils for putting in a roller? Yeah, I use the Whole Foods brand because it's just the cheapest that I have around me, and it is an organic sunflower seed oil. That's the one that I like. I also like jojoba oil. Trader Joe's has a jojoba that's really, really good. And it's really inexpensive. Amazon is a great place to look for carrier oils, though. I also really like coconut oil. There's the MCT, which is the medium chain triglyceride coconut oil, which means like liquid at room temperature. You know how coconut oil is pretty solid at room temperature. The MCT oil is liquid, so it's really easy to pour into your roller bottles and then just, roll that on. So I guess those are my three: sunflower seed oil, coconut oil, and jojoba oil. A close fourth, if I'm in a pinch, I'll just use straight up olive oil. I smell like an Italian bakery, but it works fine. So, okay, I'll keep in the chat here. What are your thoughts on Himalayan pink salt lamps? I love them. I have one right there. I have one in my family room, one in my kitchen, and one in my music room. I used to have one in my office when I worked out of the house. I think they are just delightful. I love them. Amazon has great prices on Himalayan salt lamps. I really, really like them. Alrighty, Carrie Walker says, what is your guilty pleasure food or the food you miss most being gluten-free? I don't miss anything being gluten-free. I guess the thing that I miss about being gluten-free is not having to do so much research before going to a restaurant. I only go to restaurants that have gluten-free menus or that I know have good reviews from people who are gluten-free. I have a hard time going to like pizza places. But we have a few around me, and I live in a pretty large town, a pretty large city. So we have a lot of resources. We've got gluten-free bakeries, all that kind of stuff. So there isn't really any food per se that I miss being gluten-free. Up until we were gluten-free, probably maybe 2 years removed, maybe 2009 or 2008, we saw a movie called Food Inc. And it changed our outlook on food and how processed our entire food culture here in America is. Processed foods are king here, unfortunately. And with that, we did go vegetarian for a couple of years after that because it was pretty hard to watch. We're not vegetarian anymore, but we were at the time. And so at that point, we cut out a lot of fast food. We cut out a lot of the prepackaged, junky kind of foods. So I started weaning myself off of that stuff before I went gluten free. And so now there's not a food I miss. I just miss carefree going to restaurants and going to any kind of restaurant, not having to research it before I go. I guess my guilty pleasure food, I really like shrimp pasta, which is pasta with shrimp and a butter sauce with a little bit of garlic and some Parmesan cheese. I can't have a whole lot of hard cheeses because they give me ocular migraines. So I have to really be careful of how much hard, like moldy, hard cheese I can have. But just a little bit of that, love it, love it, love it, love it. It's my favorite. Okay, so let me see. PR 2010 US, you're welcome. What state do you live? I live in Ohio. Alrighty, let's see. Judith Sanchez says, hi, can you please do a video regarding going to Disney World and eating gluten-free? I will totally do an eating gluten-free video. I want to do a collab. I'm putting it out there. Sarah Norris, if you're watching this, we need to collab on a video about being gluten-free at Disney World. In the meantime, Judith, check out, if you go into YouTube and type in GFDF at Walt Disney World, there's a really great channel. It's run by Sarah, and she does the Gluten-Free, Dairy-Free at Walt Disney World blog, which is a great, great resource for going gluten-free. GFCF, I'm assuming that's casein free egg-free, and we're planning Disney World in the summer. Do you recommend a dining plan? I don't recommend the dining plan. I feel like it's too much food and it's too expensive. For me, being gluten-free, I like to bring a lot of my own snacks and my own like lunch and stuff into the park. So I don't generally eat like 3 meals a day at the park. Like it's just too much food for me. And I kind of want to have a little bit of control when I'm eating at Disney, but Disney's fabulous with food allergies. So I will totally 100% yes, I will do a video on that in the near future because we're going to Disney soon anyway. So I might as well talk about it. It's all like right here. I can just go on forever. So I'm going to stop there so I don't like talk forever. But Google gluten-free, dairy-free at Walt Disney World because that's a great resource. Also, oh, hang on. Let me go to my Instagram because Alexis from, what is her? Gluten-free in Orlando. GF in Orlando, that's her name on Instagram. She is not dairy free, but she is gluten free and has a lot of great reviews as well. Gluten free in Orlando, that's a good website to also take a look at in the meantime before I get to that video. But yes, I've been to Disney 4 times now, gluten free, soon to be fifth, coming up very soon. You're welcome. Okay, all right, so moving along here, I'm going to go back to YouTube. This is from Amy Bailey, and she says, my question for you is piano related. All right, so a little side note, I'm a music teacher. That's my full-time job. So that's why she's asking me a piano related question. Though I don't play piano, I play the flute, but that's okay. My boy's piano teacher is currently on maternity leave for 3 months. She hasn't given them any assignments while she isn't teaching. I find that odd. I asked her what they should practice while she is on leave. She said that they can play anything they want. She's a classical pianist. Would you suggest they continue practicing classical songs or Star Wars and Avenger themes that they enjoy, or some of both? They are 12 and 14 years old. It's a great question. I think that's weird that the piano teacher didn't give any guidance at all or any like book recommendations or anything for the meantime. What you could do, well, here's one thought, is you could look for a temporary music teacher to take the place of her in the meantime for the 3 months. Maybe a college student potentially. Or even like an advanced high school student might be a good option to keep the kids motivated. For my students, I'm one of those teachers where I'm very flexible with what they play. As long as they're playing, I am a happy teacher. I have books that I got from Amazon that are movie themes, and the kids love it. And I have like duet books, which for piano, depending on how advanced they are, I mean, you could do piano duets, like 4-hand duets um, on like movie things or, popular songs. Absolutely. I mean, I feel like there's nothing high and mighty and elitist, about playing classical music and you can't play the fun stuff. My gosh, play the fun stuff. As long as the kids are playing, for me, I'm okay with it. Throwing in some classical pieces or, some etudes every now and again just to work on technique and work on like, dynamics or articulations or even scales, things like that. Yeah, that's a great thing to kind of keep up with. I'm sure the kids do scales and it's great to do them 2 octaves, chromatics, majors, minors, all of those things. But heck yeah, give them some good books off of Amazon that you could really cheap. Even eBay has some really good piano books that are age appropriate that they would enjoy playing. As long as they keep playing, that's the best bet. Dolores Johnson tells me to pin my hair back. I did. Do you see that? It's back today. Okay, so I've got another question here in the chat. Lisa says, hi from West Virginia. Do you do a video on cleaning your face with oil? If so, what oil do you use and what other oil did you mix it with? That's a great question. So this is considered the oil cleansing method. What I do is I generally cleanse with oil in the winter. Now that it's getting springtime, I am full speed ahead, 100% baking soda and water. And I make a little paste out of it. I don't really measure it. I just put maybe, if I were to estimate, I don't know, a teaspoon of baking soda in my hand, like when I'm in the shower at the sink or whatever, and then just a little bit of water, and then I rub my hands together to make a paste, and then I seriously rub it all over my face and rinse it off, and that's it. If I need like a little extra help getting my eye makeup off, I'll use the Trader Joe's jojoba oil, and I'll just put a little bit of that in my hand, rub it over my eyes, and then just rinse it off. It won't rinse completely, but it doesn't hurt your eyes or anything. Like it's okay if it doesn't completely come off. I'll just take a tissue or something after I'm out of the shower and just use that to get the rest of my makeup off. In the winter time, I will either cleanse with jojoba on its own, or I'll put a little bit of baking soda in there, just to give it a little bit of an abrasion, and then I'll wash my face with that. And if it feels too greasy, then I'll take a half mixture of apple cider vinegar and water on a little cotton pad with a little drop of the lavender essential oil, and I'll rub that on my face to get the rest of my makeup off. And then after I'm done doing that, I'll put plain or with a drop of like jojoba oil, frankincense oil, and then I'll rub that on my face and just leave it on underneath my makeup or before I go to bed. So hope that answers your question. PR 2010 US says, can you please do a video on getting good deals for Disney vacation? Starting from taking flights to getting tickets, staying there and food. I have a 3-year-old and never went to Disney before. I have a course on Udemy. If you've heard of Udemy, I don't know. It's an online learning platform. If you type in um, saving money on Walt Disney World, I think you'll see a course. If you watch the intro, you'll see me on it. And that I go over all of that stuff in that course. But yes, I can definitely do a kind of abbreviated version of that course. That course is maybe an hour or two long, and it's got a lot of information in it, how to get the best deals and stuff. But yeah, I can totally do like a Cliff Notes version of that. That's no problem at all. Okay, so going back to YouTube, KDAB1313 says, I was wondering how many times you've gone to Disney. You know so much about vacationing there. I've been there 13-ish, 10, 13, something like that. I don't know, kind of lost count. I only went 3 times when I was young, like under 9. And then after that, since 2006, it'll be my 10th time in a few weeks. So yeah, 13 times, almost 13 times. Okay, so this is from A Simple Life, and this is what I wanted to talk about with the essential oils. My question, I hear some people say ingesting essential oils is okay, and even suggest that to others. And then I hear other people say oil should never be ingested, and there are accounts of people who've ingested oils and actually had burns on their internal organs. Why the confusion, or is it just one group's opinion versus the other? That's basically it. The whole thing about ingesting essential oils, there's 3 schools of essential oil teaching. There's the German school, and I don't know a whole lot about that one. There's the British school, and there's the French school. And the British school is the ones with Robert Tisserand and everybody that are like, do not ingest these oils. You must dilute them if you're going to use them topically, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There's a really good podcast about this on, I'm going to look it up here after I'm done rambling, about the safety and the use of essential oils and why the different schools of thought are so different. Young Living goes with the French school. And their thought is there are some oils you can apply neat, which is undiluted to your skin, and be okay. There are oils that you can ingest and be okay and thrive with those, as long as the essential oils are pure and not diluted and or like not like altered in any way or with solvents and things added to them. So Young Living's 100% pure therapeutic grade essential oils. There are essential oils that Young Living has that are labeled as dietary supplements. I think there's over 25 of them and there's more coming. So my opinion is if you have a really good quality oil and it says on there, it doesn't say not for ingestion. Like if it says it's a dietary supplement that you can ingest, I do it. So there's my 2 cents on that. So the podcast that I wanted to tell you about, if you're like interested in learning more about that, It's called the Essential Oil Revolution. It's a green, I'll show you. I don't know if you can see that. It's a green little label there. And the actually the most recent one is certified French aromatherapy. If you're interested in that. But the actual episode that I am talking about is, let me scroll down. 005. It's the part 2 of the Mythbusters Essential Oil Safety and Myths with Dr. Jim Bob Hagerton, who is a complete joy. You guys need to like watch his stuff. Seriously, so fantastic. He's so funny. So the Essential Oil Revolution number 005. Take a listen. It's really great information to learn. Okie dokie. Going back to the chat here, Lydia asks, what essential oils do you recommend getting as far as my first oils? Thank you. Love your channel. This is something that is very easy for me to answer. When I started with essential oils, I was really piecemealing it together. And I would get a lavender, and then I would get a Thieves, and then I would get a peppermint. And over time, it was kind of breaking the bank a little bit. What I should have done is I should have gotten a premium starter kit right off the bat, because it contains, well, I don't have them all in here because I've got some of them over there. 11 essential oils. Here are 8 of them that are seriously everyday oils. It comes with a diffuser. You can get the home diffuser. You can get the raindrop diffuser, or I'm sorry, the dewdrop diffuser, rainstone, all of those different types of diffusers, whichever one you'd want. It's just a really good way to get started. The oils that are included in there, I don't have them all in there, but there's Thieves, Digize, which is great for your digestive system, frankincense, peppermint, lavender, lemon, Panaway, which is good for like occasional muscle soreness support, RC, which is really good for your respiratory system. What else is in there? Frankincense, I don't know if I said that already. Purification, really nice for getting odors out of the air. I like to use it as like a little bug repellent in the summer too, because there's citronella in there, like those citronella candles, that kind of stuff. There's 2 other things that I'm missing and I don't remember, and stress away. So it's like all encompassing best way to get started. I put in the chat, if you scroll up, Lydia, my website, if you want to, poke around there. If you want to be part of my oily family, I'd love to have you. We have great support on our Facebook page. I send out like private videos to everybody, and we message back and forth, answer questions, do all sorts of stuff. So take a look at the scroll up in the chat and you'll get my website with information in there. So hi, budget girl. Thanks for joining me. Oh, heartstrings and wings. Hi, Becky. I love it. Thank you. I got this necklace from the Green Notebook, actually. I won it from a giveaway she was doing not too long ago. I feel like I am sitting here in the dark. It is about to storm. Like looking out the window. There's like darkness behind me. That's crazy. So hi, Tiffany. Thank you for joining me. I'm happy to have you here. I'm going to move on because I've got so many people asking questions. Okay, let me see. I love wearing a diffuser necklace, Yamil. Yes, I love my diffuser necklace. I don't have it on right now. I should have worn it, but I love it. I love it. I love it. Do you have any DIY essential oil recipe for bug repellent? Yes, I do. I sure do. I like to use purification. I take a 1 ounce bottle, like a little spray bottle you can get from like the Dollar Tree or whatever. I'm gonna turn on my salt lamp because I feel like it's so dark. The gray clouds are rolling in. Did that help? No, I'm just glowing now. Okay, whatever. That's okay. I have an overhead light and I can't turn it on. So it's really like not helping. And this light back here, I don't think is going to help either because it's behind me. So I'm trying to talk real quick. Yes. So purification and lavender, a mixture of that in a 1 ounce bottle. So you fill up the 1 ounce bottle up to maybe almost the shoulder. Add a pinch of either baking soda or sea salt to help the oils kind of assimilate into it. And then I like to do 7 drops of purification and 5 drops of lavender. And that works really well for a natural bug repellent. So, and Margie, hello. I just made the 3 ingredient face oil you posted a couple weeks ago. What sunscreen do you use during the day? My on my face, actually my what do you call the foundation that I use is I think an SPF 20 or 30. It's the CC cream Physicians Formula organic wear. And so that's what I use on my face. If I feel like I need a little extra oomph, I actually use the Kiss My Face SPF 50 Sport. That's what I use, and it's worked really well. So you're welcome, budget girl. Tiffany Dowdy. I used activated charcoal and it's quite amazing. Yes. I love me some activated and actually besides the activated charcoal, I really like the what do you call the bentonite clay. That's what I like. It's fantastic and it goes with me on vacation all the time. You never know when you're gonna need it. Okay, so I'm gonna scroll along. Cheryl Hall asks, what do you use as a fly killer or deterrent in your house? We don't get a whole lot of flies. I guess, I don't know. Um, Really the big like pest control essential oil is peppermint. And so I actually have a peppermint essential, and I think this was before I was using Young Living, maybe. Or maybe not, I don't remember. A peppermint pest control spray, like an indoor insect repellent. So if you take a look at my channel, just like in the little search bar, just type Annie Simple Life bug spray and it should come up. It's a bottle filled with water and peppermint oil, and that's it. So anyway, so Becky asks, speaking of vacation, are you guys going anywhere fun this year? We're going to Disney soon. Yes, we're going to Disney and Miami. We're doing a split, 4 days at Disney, 4 days in Miami at our family condo, and I'm so excited. I'm gearing up, and it's starting to sprinkle behind you guys. So I'm gonna make this quick. Okay, that's it, that's it, that's it. I got through that. So Melissa Lynch asks, do the restaurants like Rainforest Cafe take gift cards out there? I have a Rainforest Cafe near me in Texas and could get the gift card. Oh, okay. So she's talking about the Rainforest Cafe at Disney World. Yes, they take Rainforest Cafe gift cards. I'm not positive if they take Disney gift cards. I would be incredibly surprised if they don't. But I'm pretty sure they do take Rainforest Cafe gift cards because they're Rainforest Cafe. I mean, they're like chain restaurants. So yeah, I wouldn't hesitate using that at all. Okay. So Kimberly Ortiz asks, I couldn't, oh, wait. This year will be my family's first visit. Where should I, she means to Disney, where should I start and how much do you think we would need to save up? An estimate is fine. Well, I don't know how big your family is. I'm totally in the dark now. Feel like I'm telling ghost stories. Um, if your family is that's a hard question. I think I might have to skip your question because I don't know how big your family is. What you might want to consider doing just to get like an estimate on that is to take a look at one of the Disney vacation planning agencies. Dreams Unlimited Travel does a great job. Mousefantravel.com, they do a great job too, and they'll give you a free quote, and they would be a really great resource to kind of start with. All right, guys, I am sitting here in the dark now. So this is like haunted house or something. So I'm going to call it a day since it's about to storm on my head. So I will be back for another live stream, I'm sure soon. I haven't gotten one scheduled yet, but I'm thinking next week sometime. So hopefully you guys can join me then too, and I will turn some lights on and what have you. Tiffany says that her daughter is a cheerleader and made to Disney Nationals. That's fantastic. Congratulations. That's so much fun. I always see like Disney cheerleaders running around the park and they look like they're having such a great time. Also, band kids go to Disney a lot too, so that's awesome. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to turn some lights on and go on with my evening, I guess. But I will answer more questions, I think, next week sometime So I'll let you guys know on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and probably on YouTube when I figure out a good day to do another live stream. If this day and times works for you guys, let me know in the comments below the video or in the chat, and that will play into my scheduling of this. All right, guys, I hope you're having a fantastic week, and I hope you have a great weekend because we are coming up on Friday, which is awesome. And so if I can figure it out, there we go. All right, I will see you all very soon. Thanks for joining me. Take care. Bye.